What's up, guys? Vaping Mr. J here, coming to a review of the Echo Dot third generation and the Echo Sub, because they're both pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and do a review on the Echo Dot third generation because there's a lot to cover with it. Alright, so the Echo Dot third generation is a really good smart speaker for those who have iPhones, because you can actually use the Echo Dot third generation with Apple Music. You can use it with Pandora, Spotify, SiriusXM, and Amazon Music. So for the iPhone side of things with Apple Music, that to me that's really good, because I can play a lot of songs from Apple Music and stream it on my stereo setup with the two third generation Echo Dot and the Echo subwoofer. Sounds completely fucking amazing. I was really surprised on sound quality and everything. Now, it's not hi-fi quality, but it's pretty decent for what it is. And for the price you're spending on the entire bundle, it's like $199 for two Echo Dots and an Echo Sub. So, not a bad price. Things you can actually do with the Alexa, because I didn't really go in full detail of what you can do. So, you can control a lot of things with Alexa, like the lights. I've showed the lights. You could control your Xbox, control your TV, just control like different stuff like a smart fan or something or another. And yeah, so that's really nice. You can set it up to control every light in the house if you wanted to. You can do stereo pairing like I did with the subwoofer. We'll talk about the subwoofer here in a little bit. There's just so much you can do with Alexa. You can get like date readouts or like time readouts, or you can ask her what the weather is. Alexa, what's the weather?
Currently, in Paulina, it's 54 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies. You can expect more of the same tonight, with a low of 37 degrees.
Okay, so it's going to get a little chilly tonight, which is good because I have a bottle of hot damn. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 6:42 p.m. Have a good evening.
Thank you. That's nice of her. But yeah, you can do stereo pairing and everything, and like if you have like I think it's a Fire Stick, you can actually use them as stereo speakers, or like a stereo setup for the Fire Stick for like a home theater experience. I don't know if it works with these. I know it does work with the Echo Studios, because I've seen somebody on YouTube do that with the Echo Studios and the Echo Sub. It was pretty awesome. But for listening to music, which is the main reason why I wanted to get an Echo Dot third generation in the first place, is because lately I've been playing video games up here, and I'm using my phone for Skype, so I really have no music. Now, I could have brought my Bluetooth radio up here, but that thing weighs like 13 pounds, and I don't feel like carrying that up and down the stairs, even though it's doable. But got my first Echo Dot third generation, and then after Christmas Day, my grandfather picked me up my second one, and then I think it was either Friday or Saturday, we bought the Echo Sub, which came in December 31st, which was pretty awesome, and got that set up and everything. But honestly, what would I rate the Echo Dot third generation? I'm going to give it about 5.5. It's not the loudest smart speaker I've seen. But for a small room like, for a small room like this, I'd bump it up to about a 7. Because it works really good in this room. This room is small enough that it can fill the entire room with sound. And, yeah. Alright, so now on to the sub. Well, the sub sounds really, really good for being a 6-inch driver. Some people call them woofers, the subwoofers. In the car audio industry, and most audio industries, we just call them like drivers or woofers or subwoofers. It really depends on who you're talking to. Some will say like a 6-inch driver, 6-inch subwoofer, 6-inch woofer, which this really isn't like too much of a subwoofer. It does play low frequencies, but it's not like sub-bass frequencies, like below 30 hertz. So it's just a woofer, but it gets decently low. I was really surprised when I was like testing it out the other night. I put on like a bass or subwoofer tester song, and this thing got all the way down into maybe the mid 30s before it started rolling off. It sounded great, and when I had my head over in this corner over here where my pillows are, the bass is a lot louder because of the placement of where it's at. because I know the geometry of this room, and I know where the subwoofer actually sounds the best, especially when I'm on my bed. It does sound good where I'm sitting right now, but it's not overly loud, but you can definitely tell there's some low in there, so that's good. Price point on it's about $130 on the Amazon website, and I would say that's a fairly decent price for something like this, just to add on to like an Echo system, 2 Echo Dots, and the Echo Sub, and it sounds really good. I showed you how it sounds, so there's no point doing this in this video. Setting this up was a little bit more tedious, because when you alright, so setting the 2 Echo Dot 3rd generations up in stereo, that's easy. Getting them connected and everything, but when you start pairing three or 2 plus the subwoofer, it becomes a little bit more tedious, and there's more things that can actually go wrong, like they're not like connecting, or something's going on with the Wi-Fi, and it's fucking ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. But once you get it set up, it does work fine. Every now and then, if your Wi-Fi acts up, your Echo Dots will cut out every now and then, and the subwoofer just play. It's just probably a lot of bugs that they have to work out while getting software updates for these 2 systems, and then for the app itself, so they can work together in unison and not have too much connectivity issues. So, but it's not bad. I would say for $199 for a bundle, that's 2 Echo Dot 3rd generations and the Echo Sub, that's a $200 value. So, did I say $199? I think I did. But that's a $200 value, and you're like, if you go with something like, say, the HomePod, because HomePod's pretty good as well, that's about $200-300 just for one. If you buy another one, then that's $400 to $600. Yeah, $400 to $600 for 2. So when you're looking at this, if you want just 2 of these for your room, like this would even work good in my sister's room. My sister's room is much bigger than mine. But this would work good in that room as well, because again, these things get hella fucking loud. Watch. Alexa, play smooth jazz.
Playing smooth jazz.
Alexa, play smooth jazz on stereo.
Playing smooth jazz music from Apple Music on stereo.
Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, pause. And the loudness of it really depends on the song. I find some songs are louder on this than others. It's a variation in like the mixing and stuff of the song, so some songs will be louder than others. But it definitely sounds good. I would recommend buying this setup together, buying 2 Amazon Echo Dots, plus bundled with the subwoofer. You really can't go wrong. It's a cheap setup. It works good. I probably won't, because I have this, and I just use my TV speakers, and I probably won't need a surround sound for music if I'm just gonna stick with these. This is much cheaper. I can control it without having to have a remote. That's the biggest thing. I can control it with my voice, the volume, the bass, and all that, the bass and treble. Which is one thing I wanted to mention. I wanted to mention that when you have this paired up, like all this paired up, you can go into, I don't know if it works with the Echo Dots and stereo by itself, but I found when I've had all of these like connected, the 2 Echo Dots and the Echo Sub, there's actually a 3-band EQ that's in the app where you can actually control the bass of the sub. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I was playing Like a G6 by Far East Movement, and I cranked that bass all the way up with my head in that corner over there. Oh my god, that shit was deep. That shit was so deep. But no, I would recommend like somebody, if they want like a little setup that's about $200 value. I'm sure you could probably find a decent radio system for around $200. But if you didn't want something that takes up a lot of space, I mean, this is honestly perfect. Because that little subwoofer, it's only probably about, I would say, that big. I mean, you guys seen it when I was unboxing it. It's not very big, and it doesn't take up much room. And the fact is, it's all wireless. they each have their own power source. That's the only wires you'll see is the power wires. So the two bricks for the Echo Dot 3rd generations, and then one power cable that comes off the subwoofer. But as far as connection goes, it's all running. I think it's all running through Wi-Fi, which is really, really, really nice. And I like that. I really do like that. So yes, I would highly recommend somebody trying to get this little system. Or if you wanted to, you could actually spend a little bit more and get the Echo Plus instead of the Echo Dot. The Echo Plus is much, much louder than the Echo Dot 3rd generation. So I won't recommend the Echo Studio because that's way out of price range. But hey, if you can afford, if you can afford 2 Echo Studios and an Echo Sub, I think those work with each other as well. So. But that's pretty much it. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to be alerted when I upload new videos. Anyways, I am Vaping Mr. J, and I am signing out.